Diverse perspectives is the pretty much the continuation, or I even say my life's journey in totality. I'm working with Latanya Williams with the Bartlett Center. I work with Sarah Wilson with the St. Joseph Museum, Gary Wickerson with the Black Archives. Being around them, having conversations, and actually finding what can we do to actually fulfill the need of this town. Getting meeting places where people can start coming to talk about mental health, to actually start digesting and having those conversations that for so long we have made sure to keep under wraps. And the only way that we're going to be able to change and inspire this next generation is by first us sitting down and actually going through the cycles, understanding our trauma. So then at we'll be better to help the next generation when it comes to their trauma. So then it's all based on unity. When we can we have 10,000 things that we can complain about that's different. But when we take those similarities and we actually come together and start working through them together, that's what builds communities. That's what brings us together genuinely.
How does that work?
When I moved to Hayes, Kent, my life is very unique. Living in North Carolina, where I'm from, in my early 20s, for about 3 years, I was homeless.
Okay.
I used to sleep on my dad's grave, eat out of trash cans. I ended up moving to Hayes, got married. We ended up moving to Hayes, Kansas. And I tell people, when I moved there, I was a full-fledged alcoholic. I worked at a call center. I didn't care about no one. Through that process, I started attending Fort Hays State University. I got back in school. I started actually processing and researching and dealing with my mental illness and seeking help. And through years of that, I ended up becoming a specialist in it. Diverse Perspectives is built on many different entities. It's focused mainly on mental health, but it's also about connecting people. When I look at society and I analyze society, we are all suffering at enormous magnitudes. And a lot of times we hear the complaining, but there's no solution. And then when we're looking for help and individuals are looking for people to go to, a lot of times they feel that they're not heard, or there's that missing connection. You can't understand because you've never been through it. And it was ironic with my life. I always been the type, ever since I was a kid, I never wanted to be a textbook person. If I help people, it had to be through my lived experiences. Ironically, did not know how that manifests. And because of all the trauma and the things that I dealt with in my past, at a younger age, I'm now able to see people in those same levels, those same barriers. So then it gives purpose, and it's like, okay, you used to be there. You used to think that exact way. You plummeted all the way to the bottom. So what if you were able to have these conversations, to get these people to have these open conversations, to be more bold? Maybe it'll stop their asylum. And rather than plummet all the way to the bottom, get them to stop where they're at, start dealing with the emotion, analyzing, and then start finding ways to climb back.